Thanks to a press release that Abaxx put out yesterday, we've seen the conclusion of a process the company's been working through since February, getting the funding required for their regulatory licenses in Singapore. A major milestone that makes it increasingly likely that we'll see Abaxx's new commodity exchange launch in the next few months, although we should be cautiously optimistic until everything actually plays out. I realize I called my last video Funding Secured, but really this video should be the true Funding Secured video, so I should probably call this video of Funding Actually Secured this time. But anyway, the CEO of Abaxx seems increasingly bullish on X and really pushing the company's ability to finally close out and launch. It's pretty exciting. So we'll expand more on the news in a second, but I just want to point this out because I think it's funny. This is an article from BNN. You might notice if you look at my YouTube channel that this is the thumbnail from my last Abaxx video. My meme thumbnail is being used for an article on BNN about Abaxx securing funding. Now, that's just crazy to me. If I was a YouTuber that took myself way too seriously, I might actually get mad about this, but honestly, I think it's just pretty funny more than anything. So I really can't complain, even if I wanted to. But moving into the news and why it's so important, we can see Abaxx closed their $30 million CAD private placement and terminated their ATM program. So no more dilution for the foreseeable future at the Abaxx Technologies level. The financing consisted of around 5.4 million shares, which is approximately 20% dilution. What was this financing for? Now, we've been waiting for the company to acquire an estimated $20 million to get their RMO, Recognized Market Operator, and ACH, Approved Clearinghouse licenses from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Most of the requirements needed to get these licenses should already be done, but the main hurdle was just having that cash on hand. They needed approximately $8 million for the RMO license and $10 to $11 million for the ACH license. In converting CAD to USD, this financing got Abaxx $22 million in total. That's enough money to get us there, and the company is still in negotiations for bringing on strategic partners at the Abaxx exchange level. That could bring in additional funds. So no dilution on the Abaxx Tech side anymore, which is the parent company that is listed on the stock exchanges. But the percentage ownership in the exchange could still get diluted a bit as they bring on strategic partners. The main one already suspected to be signed on is the CBOE, who is the likely global market infrastructure operator from a previous Abaxx press release. So who participated in this private placement? Some of the institutional names were not mentioned in Abaxx's own press release, but this article from the Globe and Mail provides a little more color for us, as every financial analyst likes to say, so, Abaxx already mentioned Canoe Financial and K2 and Associates, two asset management firms. Now, Canoe Financial in particular are really stepping up and providing a large portion of the financing, according to Josh Crum, the CEO. We can see that BlackRock and Wellington Management participated as well. Now, obviously, most of you listening have heard of BlackRock, but Wellington is another trillion-dollar asset management firm. Now, these are huge companies investing in Abaxx, and having their names associated with the company at all starts to bring increasing credibility to the business. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen this clip from David Barr, the CEO of Pender Fund, but he talks about how there's been a massive bear market in small cap land, which everyone investing in this part of the stock market ecosystem is feeling. So how is Abaxx able to raise so much money from large institutional investors during a time like this? Well, Josh says it himself in this Globe and Mail article. He mentions that what got BlackRock and Wellington and other institutions so interested in starting positions in Abaxx was because of the company's environmental aspirations, particularly their focus on providing new markets for commodities that will be vital to the energy transition. Now, this is the actual thesis that I've been laying out on my channel in previous videos. I'm not taking credit for this idea by any means. There are people far smarter than me who have said this before, but that's why I'm so excited about companies like Base Carbon, like Abaxx, that can have high margin, low capex, profitable business models relatively early on. But they also benefit the environment at the same time. But these are traits that are extremely attractive to institutional firms like BlackRock especially. And most companies in the ESG space, we'll call it, have incredibly unprofitable and quite frankly unattractive businesses. Extremely difficult business models that are difficult to get off the ground because everything is just so expensive. Now, being environmentally friendly, that's not a requirement for a company to be successful. But there's something about having a good story, about having a vision that people can easily get behind. Something that isn't incredibly convoluted when you break it down. While Abaxx has a complicated business model, and running a commodity exchange is not easy by any means, it's certainly easy to see why Abaxx's products are needed in financial markets. You just look at the comments from large players in the commodity industry like Trafigura or BHP. They'll actively spell it out for you. They need new solutions. You can see why having better pricing signals and benchmark futures contracts for commodities that desperately need them would help in the push towards net zero. For people that have knowledge of the commodity industry, this is not a particularly hard sell. And while the average retail investor might not fully understand the company yet, or potentially never will, the profits that they could be generating relatively soon will speak for themselves, and they'll do the heavy lifting later on. While Abaxx has not given out an official timeline on launch yet, the signaling is that we get the RMO and ACH licenses before the end of the year, and then we can launch in the first quarter of Q1. How likely is it that we get licenses that quickly? Comments from management have been consistent in that they believe they can get the licenses not long after we secured that funding, and I buy that. So let's hope it's soon. But before the end of the video, Seeking Alpha is offering a 30% discount on their premium subscription as part of a Black Friday deal, which lasts until December 5th. So if you're thinking about getting a premium stock research service that offers in-depth research articles and all the information you need to figure out if a stock is a buy or not, then now's the time to consider it. You click on my affiliate link in the description below, price goes down from an already discounted $239 all the way to $167 for your first year. And clicking on the link helps out the channel as well. So if you've never subscribed to Seeking Alpha before, check it out in the description. And thanks for watching.